May I have your attention, please? I'd like to welcome everyone to this evening's Laredo Independent School District Board of Trustees regular board meeting. It's Thursday, March the 12th, 2020, 5:30 p.m. Amber Yeary Boardroom. Roll call. Minita, can...
Héctor Noyola.
Here.
Héctor Garcia.
He's here.
He's in the back. Mr. Jose Valdez.
Present.
Claudia Bali. Ricardo Garza.
Here.
And Minita Ramirez present.
We have a quorum.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, board members.
Pledge of Allegiance.
We are foregoing with our veteran recognitions until next month. And so can we proceed with the national anthem? Okay. Our national anthem tonight will be performed by the students from the Dr. Joaquin Gonzalez Cigarroa Middle School Band under the direction of Mr. Fidel Borrego. And his assistant, Mr. Perez. That was beautiful. Thanks once again to the Cigarroa Middle School Band students and their sponsor, Mr. Fidel Borrego, and Assistant Director, Mr. Perez. Thank you again. And please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May I continue with special observances?
Yes, ma'am.
Under special observances, Olga V. Martinez passed away on January 30th. She taught first grade at Heights Elementary School and gave LISD 19 years of service. Hortense Horty Ruthinger Offerly died on March the 6th. She worked at LISD as an elementary music teacher and was also elementary music supervisor. She retired from the central office as an elementary supervisor with 36 years of service in the late 1960s. And the district is also grieving the passing of Mr. Norbert Dickman, the general manager of Faskin Oil and Ranch, which owns La Posada Hotel and was a longtime advocate of downtown Laredo. Therefore, our thoughts and prayers are with the Martinez, Ruthinger Offerly, and Dickman families. And may we have a moment of silence in their memory. Thank you. May I continue with our board recognition?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening again, board members and Dr. Rios. LISD is pleased to acknowledge the district's custodial department. Our highly trained staff in the custodial department is making sure the district provides a sanitized and comfortable learning and working environment at all campuses and administrative offices. On a daily basis, the staff continues environmental cleaning, such as disinfecting frequently touched surfaces and departments by using commercial-grade cleaning products in their cleaning practices intended to stop the transfer of communicable illnesses. In fact, they're going to be working all next week on spring break to sanitize our campuses and protect us from infectious respiratory-borne illnesses. So tonight, representing the custodial departments, we have Vicenta Hernandez, who's the head custodian at Tarver Elementary School. If you can please come forward. Joining Vicenta Hernandez, we have Hector Jalomo Ligarde Elementary's head custodian. We have Roberto Gomez, department's head custodian. Gerardo Bernal with the special project crew. Jose Melendez, special project crew. Mr. Luis Montes, who's the custodial supervisor. Feliciano Garcia Jr., Director of Custodial Services. And our Assistant Superintendent for Plant Facilities and Support Services, Mr. Angel Velasquez. You are the unsung heroes of our school district, and we appreciate all of your hard work. Oh, we'll show it momentarily. One more. Thanks again to our Custodial Services Department. And now, while everybody makes their way back to the seats, I want to introduce a video produced by Instructional Television Department that highlights one of the many reasons why LISD is the place to be and why we have a safe and conducive environment for learning.
During this time of concern over the coronavirus, Laredo ISD wants the public to know that our schools are taking all the necessary precautions to ensure the safety of our students and employees. Our custodians are trained to clean and disinfect our campuses on a daily basis. They are paying special attention to all surfaces that are touched on a regular basis. Students and adults are being reminded how to properly wash their hands. They should wash them for at least 20 seconds. If soap and water are not available, hand sanitizer use is appropriate. Students are also being taught to cough or sneeze into a tissue. If a tissue is not available, then you should use your elbow. Even though there is no cause for alarm at this time in Laredo, LISD wants to remind the public that these are good habits to follow on a daily basis to help prevent the spread of any illness. If you are sick or are feeling sick, please stay at home and go see a doctor. Remember that all of our school nurses are a valuable resource regarding your child's health. Also, the City of Laredo has established a coronavirus hotline that can be reached 24 hours a day at 956-795-4954. Laredo ISD cares about our students, our staff, and our community.
And that concludes our board recognitions for tonight's meeting. Thank you. No, we're going to wait till April. Thank you.
Nobody signed up, so we'll continue. Committee meeting reports, Minita.
Thank you, Mr. Noyola. The LISD Curriculum and Instruction Committee meeting was held on March the 2nd here in the Amber Yeary Boardroom. We had several presentations on assessment and accountability. In detail, you'll see some of those later on in this meeting, but I would suffice to say that we had requested the data comparison for first and second grade students and where they are now after the benchmark, after the second test after the benchmark. And it's safe to say that our students and our teachers are doing very well. There is a continued strong improvement and continued planning is underway to continue the growth and success of our students. In addition, we had a presentation from the College Career and Military Readiness. We are going to propose later in this meeting the methodology on academic and personnel success initiative courses. Those will be explained, but certainly we want to make sure that our students are not only ready for college, but ready for career opportunities. And so we want to provide them with opportunities to make those kinds of decisions early on in their careers. Technology and instructional materials, allotment for TEKS and certificates. The district wants to ensure vendor contracts and things like that. So you're going to get to look at some of those opportunities for us as well, and some proposals that they're giving us for contracts that either need to be reviewed or need to be considered. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Minita. Rick?
Yes, sir. At our Student Services Committee meeting was held March 5th, 2020. As part of the committee, we discussed the Parent and Family Engagement Program. They presented a plan of action to increase parent volunteer numbers. As you know, we have been increasing steadily as the year goes along, but as always, we're not satisfied 100% with the numbers, and we're always trying to improve. So congratulations to the Parent and Family Engagement Program. They've been doing excellent work for the past 3 or 4 years, and couldn't be happier with them. Also from that, they've had a program on how to, as the video we just saw right now on the coronavirus updates, they've been passing along the information to the parents that are involved in there, and from there they're filtering into the communities as we speak. The Fine Arts Program gave us an update on the Ciarroa Mariachi uniforms situation. We have a number of proposals online, in line, to see how we can further improve the processes for Ciarroa Mariachi uniforms. And an overall program update was given by Mr. David Garza. The Guidance and Counseling Program made sure to collaborate with Athletic Department in order to follow the progress of student athletes enrolled in the core course GPA program. We have an ongoing campaign to have our student athletes become part of our counseling program a little bit more diligently, so that they can have a better chance at going to the next level, as we saw recently with Mr. Brian Gutierrez. The athletic program provided an off-season athletic plan. Well, that's coming up for this upcoming month. We also made sure all schools and coaches are helping with the retention of athletes by visiting the middle schools. Whole program presentation was given to us by our athletic director, Silvia Barrera. They provided a report on gender by sport in detail to see where we stand on the retention program. A suggestion was made to enroll all student athletes to the core course GPA program in order for us to continue to grow our processes for pursuing a college program. And also we met up with Coach Hine and gave us the numbers for the Ciarroa swimming program. They've increased and are increasing at a good number. Also, we discussed the online registration program. The recommendation was made to create a YouTube video on teaching individuals how to register. Aside from that, we had a summary of the technology services, a discussion and presentation on the technology services department and the updates including secondary teachers iPad refresh, the cybersecurity SB 820 and HB 3834 program, the Skyward Family and Parent Portal, and the procurement items that are going to be suggested a little bit later in our meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. Board communications, Mr. Valdez? Tito?
Real quick, before we keep on, we had also Rafael Lara passed away about a week ago. He worked for many years with transportation. If you, a moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. I do want to wish everybody a safe spring break, and this spring break could be a spring break that we really need to know where our kids are, and the simple reason because of that, in what's going on right now, they're not candidates to actually get this virus, or they can get it, but it really doesn't do too much harm to them. But we also got to remember that they can bring this virus back to their home, where the elderly or the real young can actually get it, and it's something that's kind of scary. But at the same time, I know with everything everybody's trying to do and the precautions that we're taking, I think are overtaking, in my opinion. But still, we're doing what we think is right. The superintendent thinks it's right, and we'll support that 100%. So just spread the word on that. I know that we're going to be cleaning. I know there's word out there. Just got another text that if we're extending our spring break, as of right now, we're not, unless something else happens. But we're not doing that. But if there's anything the school district can do, let us know. Thank you.
I would like to congratulate our basketball teams, both boys and girls, that made the playoffs. It's unique. We have all teams from our high schools make the playoffs. I'd like to wish our softball team and our baseball teams good luck. They'll be fighting for playoff spots. Our soccer teams are also fighting for playoff spots. So wish them all good luck, and I sincerely thank the coaches for a job well done, the athletic department, Silvio Barrera. Everything is looking very positive. And also, I would like to wish you all a happy and safe spring break. Rick?
Yes, sir. I'd like to echo what Mr. Nuela and Mr. Garcia said about having a safe and fun spring break. Hopefully we won't have to extend the processes that are across the country. I was reading this morning the number of school districts that are closing because of the coronavirus. I'd like to reassure the public with what we just saw in that video. Hopefully it goes on our website and it goes all across our community, that we at LISD are doing we're ahead of the problem. Doesn't mean that we've solved every issue that's out there, but we're ahead of the problem. We're staying on top of it until we get out of this mess. I'd like to thank Dixon High School for inviting all of us to witness one of the first and a long time coming signees for college athletics. Mr. Brian Gutierrez is signing. I want to congratulate that young man. He represents what you wish every athlete does and accomplishes at LISD. We pushed for excellence, he strived for excellence, and he got what he needed to do so he can get there. And I really am happy to say that all the athletic programs at LISD are doing well. I'd like to reiterate what Mr. Nuela said. Please go see any girls athletic program. All our girls athletics are doing great. Some of them are go under the radar because we don't visit them as much, but we have some incredible athletes out there, and I ask that the public go out there and visit with them. The other thing is that I wanted to let everybody know that I know we talked about accountability the last month and the month before that. I just want to reiterate that at LISD we are I mean, we're on full throttle as far as academics is concerned, and I'm very happy to report that we are in very good health, and I hope we end up continuing that process. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Noyola. I too would like to wish everyone a nice spring break. I think everybody is ready for a timeout. And to remind everyone that level heads will prevail. I think that much has been done and said to prepare for some of the challenges that we're facing in these times, and I think that all of us are smart enough and wise enough to not believe everything you read on social media, and at the same time not react hastily without true facts or real facts. And so fake news does not prevail in our community. So although, having said that, I do want to wish everyone a safe and safe, whatever you decide to do, be safe about it, be smart about it, think about it, because there is much to do in our district. We're doing some amazing things, and as I've always said, the academic program is leading the way. The athletic program is also fallen in line. We have some amazing programs going on. The recognitions that our students have received in the recent in the last 3 weeks have been numerous in many ways. Our theater, our film, all of these programs are doing extremely well. We hope that all of those programs can continue to advance without any interruption, but all of that is minute by minute, hour by hour. So communication is key for all of us. I hope that everyone stays in touch and is safe. Thank you, Mr. Noyola.
If you don't mind, I was preoccupied. I just want to thank a lot of the community that's reached out to us. I know Norbert, as I was saying, Norbert was, as somebody described him, he was a champion for our community, a champion not only for downtown, but for a lot of things in our community. And he was a big part of the success of La Posada and East Laredo, or West Laredo, with the bridges that we built, and the schools that we built, and the property that we donated, and just always giving back to our community. And I think we've given over $1 million in money to nonprofit organizations because we believe in our community, and he believed in making a difference. And he was one that put his money, or the money of the company, where it needed to be. And if he said he was going to do it, there was no ands, ifs, or buts. He was going to do it. So we wish him, he's in a better place. I'm glad I was able to see him during Mr. South Texas. He came for a private meeting. Nobody else got to see him, but he's resting, and he's not in pain anymore. So thank everybody for all the thoughts and prayers. And his rosary is Monday in Midland, and his funeral is Tuesday. We will be having a mass here in Laredo, but to be announced later. Thank you.
Also, I'd like to thank our Director of Transportation, Gisela Rangel, for the many, many hundreds of trips that our athletic teams and the arts have taken this school year. And thank God, every trip that we have taken, safe travels. So thank you, Esteban, for the great job you and all the bus drivers do for our district. Dr. Rios.
Item number 1. Well, thank you for all of your thoughts. Item number 1, discussion and presentation on student performance report. This is part of Senate Bill 1566, and as Dr. Ramirez has already described, we've been able to, for the last several years, really delve deeply into student performance, but not only as a group, but as individual student performance and teacher performance. And so we're very happy with what we're doing, but we're not completely satisfied. We know that we want our kids to have the most opportunities possible in their dashboard, so to speak. And I do want to mention, as Dr. Ramirez talked a little bit about item number 6, you're going to see in the consent agenda some of the courses that kids are going to be now offered through CTE, and they're considered innovative courses. And I really want to thank the board and everyone who has committed to preparing our students, not just for college, but for career. And if you look on page 6, that's really what I wanted to make mention, excuse me, not page 6, but item number 6 on other consent items. We've got barbering 1, barbering 2, methodology for academic and personal success, geographic information systems, the raster-based geographic information systems and spatial technology and remote sensing. We're going into, I was going to say, beyond the 21st century, and we're looking at being able to operate drones and being able to seek other careers. And that is coming because there's foresight, there's we've taken upon ourselves the responsibility of creating opportunities for kids. And thank you so much, board, for supporting these particular courses. These are going to come up for your consent so that they can be submitted to Texas Education Agency. In addition to that, before I leave this item, of course, we know that our kids learn if they're here at school. And yes, I also want to have a big shout out to all of our departments. We had a meeting on Monday regarding the virus. And this is like already the 3rd or 4th meeting in which there's been a collaboration between health authorities, Laredo ISD, and every single department in transportation, everyone, as to what needs to be done, what's the contingency plan for everything. And you have in front of you a sheet that really talks a little bit about the levels of concern that we're trying to deal with. I do want to commend all staff for having feedback and for really creating an environment in which we can address the safety of our students, but also the safety of our staff. And so we've had to make some hard decisions in the last couple of days, actually in the last couple of hours, as to playing in tournaments and so on. So there's been a lot of patience involved, but we're extremely dedicated to supporting our students and making sure that they're healthy, as well as our staff.
I just want to echo on that we practice this anyway, so it's not something new.
Yes.
It's just something that, you know what, we've had these machines that we brought 2 years ago to make sure. So we've done a lot of these things because we're making sure that we're always on top of the game. And I congratulate you and the board for taking an aggressive move on making sure that when our kids of LISD come to school, that it's a safe environment. So I know we're taking extra precaution in other things, but the cleanliness of our campuses, that's something that we take pride in.
And Mr. Garcia, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I was going to say, I remember Mr. Nada presenting that mist, that mister thing, remember?
Spray.
Yes, that spray, and it's really been a concerted effort on bringing innovative technology that is going to safeguard our schools. So this is not something that's, like as Mr. Garcia said, something that just arose. It's something that we do all the time, and the only difference is that now we're making sure that everyone knows the efforts that are behind all of these things. Thank you. May I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 2, approval of unaudited financial statements, donations report, and tax collection report.
Motion to
Ayala?
approve.
It's been moved and seconded to approve number 2. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes.
Motion to approve the minutes. Motion to approve the minutes from January 22nd, 2020, February 13th, and February 27th, 2020. Mr. President.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve number 3. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes.
Item number 4, discussion and possible action on the following budget amendments. Mr. Noyola.
Mr. President, motion to accept 4A, 4B, 4C.
4C, we have a change, so let's approve motion
4A and 4B.
4A and 4B. Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions on 4A, 4B? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes. On 4C, we have a change from 21,900 is to be amended by 30,000. And the amended are as follows. Dr. Minita Ramirez, $12,000, which involves $2,000 for Cigarroa High School, Silver Roses, $2,000 for Cigarroa High School Mariachi Band, Martin High School, $2,000 for Mariachi Band, Nixon High School, $2,000 for Mariachi Band, Lamar Middle School, $2,000 for the orchestra, and Memorial, $2,000 for the orchestra, total of $12,000. Mr. Valdez, $10,000, Martin High School for attendance incentives. The military ball, amount of $8,000, Rick Garza, $3,000, Claudia Bali, $2,000, Joe Valdez, $2,000, and Hector Neola, $1,000. Total amount of $8,000. So this amount is new. The total amount is $51,900. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None.
Just a quick question. We need to make sure we put a policy in place that discretionary fund, not, everything we do is great, but when we're putting in, next we're gonna be getting to pay for proms and things like that. If this is something extra, I think the organization themselves need to raise for that and not depend on the board to do that. I know they're good events, but next request, we're gonna get it from seniors, can you pay for the prom, or can you, I don't think that's something we should be doing. Because it doesn't go to all the students, it just goes to a little group having a party.
Well, and I do want to mention that most of the time, the organizations will raise some, but they don't have enough. And so they will be asking, but you will take note of that, and we'll
my opinion.
address it to them.
Motion to accept 5A, 5B, 5C, 5D, 5E, 5F, 5G, 5H, 5I, 5J, 5K, 5L, 5M.
Motion has been made to accept 5A through 5M. Any questions?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes.
Items number 6, you want me to read them?
Motion to accept 6, we talked about 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
It's been moved and
I'll second that.
second
Yeah.
that we approve items 6, 7, 8, and 9. Any questions?
Just one question on the GIS, the Geographic Information Systems, that includes surveying?
I know that Dr.
It does include surveying in there?
Yes, it does.
Okay, very good. That was
We had that discussion at the CNI
Yeah.
committee.
That's the purpose, to do this.
Yeah, no, so you can
With
go.
the drones.
You can do topo through
Exactly.
drones. Okay, very good.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Agenda.
Did they vote on it?
No, not yet. We haven't voted, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
To accept 6 through 9. Please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes.
Item number 10.
Regular agenda. Number 10, discussion and possible action to approve a resolution for the nomination of Dr. Silvia Rios for 2020 TASB Superintendent of the Year application.
I make a motion.
I second the motion.
You have to read,
Okay, I
you're
have to read,
approving a resolution.
I have to
Whole
read a
resolution?
resolution, okay?
Okay.
But it is my pleasure and honor as president of the Board of Directors to submit a nomination in the form of a resolution nominating LISD Superintendent Dr. Silvia Rios for Superintendent of the Year 2020. Under Dr. Rios' leadership, LISD has made significant gains, including a B rating from the Texas Education Agency, a large number of distinctions earned by our schools, and 6 National Blue Ribbon schools, along with 2 more Blue School nominees. The resolution to the Texas Association of School Boards Superintendent of the Year, be it resolved that through the explanatory and visionary leadership of Superintendent Dr. Silvia G. Rios and the Board of Trustees, Laredo ISD has 1. Established and pursued expectations of excellence and equity to achieve college, career, and military readiness. Provided a safe, secure, and healthy learning environment designed to nurture positive academic, social, and life skills development. Developed and maintain meaningful student-centered relationships with parents, businesses, and community leaders in support of campus and district initiatives, and establish and maintain efficient organizational support structures that promote positive performance outcomes and comply with financial accountability. The Laredo Independent School District Board of Trustees, on this date, March the 12th, 2020, resolved to nominate Dr. Silvia G. Rios, Superintendent of Schools, for her exemplary and visionary leadership towards improving student performance in our schools. Do I hear a motion?
I so move.
It's been moved
Second.
and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Thank you, Dr. Rios.
I do want to make mention that I really believe that Laredo ISD has done so much because of the Board of Trustees and the support that has been extended to every single member in this audience. And because of that, we will be nominating the Laredo Independent School Board of Trustees for a board as distinction and for recognition under TASB. So these two applications are going to be going in because I think that there's been so many great things happening throughout the years, but I think that over these last couple of years, there's been an exemplary rise to all challenges in athletics, academics, and fine arts, and everything else that we're attempting to do. And that can't happen without the support of the leadership, and that's you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rios. Number 11.
Number 11, discussion and possible action to approve the sale of surplus bleachers to Webb County. Mr. Velasquez is here, and he will be able to discuss a very short, little brief, I guess, set of remarks. Mr. Velasquez?
Thank you, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. Well, basically, we received a formal request from Webb County. They were very interested in purchasing some of our surplus bleachers. As you know, we have more than enough to take care of our district events. So we have a total of 17 units that we can dispose, being surplus. And we estimated a cost per unit of $2,000. These bleachers have been with the district for more than 20 years already. So we are recommending approval.
I make a motion to go ahead and sell these off. They're just right in the way.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded.
I have one question, though. Mr. Velasquez, I know that some of those we use some bleachers for certain things. Did we keep any for?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, this is basically just whatever we don't need. We have enough to take care of the Christmas events and so on, parades for our own LISD personnel.
Do we meet all requirements for it to be sold this way rather than go to auction?
Well, I know that question was posted to our legal
I just
counsel.
wanted to make sure, because I know they just had an auction at the way we usually do things, but this was done properly so that it can satisfy all the.
That is my understanding.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
And I do want to add that one of the goals of the district is to clean up the yards. There's a lot of surplus equipment, and remember we talked about that double wide thing, or you know what I'm talking about over there, the mobile.
That never
So,
got picked up.
so I know. So one of the things that we are trying to do is to improve our surroundings. And so when this offer came up, I know that we did speak to Mr. Perez, and we were talking about where could we get the most value for these particular sets of bleachers while still keeping the best ones that we have for our use.
Thank
I
you.
wish that just wishful thinking, that we reinvest the money that we're getting and putting a proper signage on the truck that you all drive around, so we don't look
Perfect.
like we're driving around orphan trucks.
That would be great.
That would be nice. Mr. Noyola, for the record, Ms. Claudia Bali is present.
She's in the house.
Thank you, Ms. Wally, for being present. Okay, item number 11 has been moved.
We have not,
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion
I
passes.
proceed?
Number 12.
Item number 12, discussion and possible action regarding request for competitive seal proposal, RFC SP number 2020-001 for wrought iron fence at Martin High School and Kristen Middle School. We do have an update for you and a recommendation. Mr. Velazquez?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Rios. We recommend that we reject all of the responses to the RFCSP and reissue the RFCSP to, again, continue with the process and have the opportunity to have a bigger pool to make a better decision for the school district.
Do I hear a motion?
So move.
Second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Motion passes.
Okay, may I proceed, Mr. Noyola?
Yes, ma'am.
The next items are all going to be in closed session, but I am required to read them. So item number 13, discussion and possible action regarding personnel matters, including the potential violation of state laws and/or district policies by district employees, including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.074A and 551.071, 1 and 2. Then number 14, discussion and possible action regarding the offer of sale and potential acquisition of real property interest and improvements owned by the Laredo Chamber of Commerce located at 2310 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues, possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.072. Number 15, discussion and possible action to non-renew teacher and special assignment Chapter 21 one-year term contracts at the end of the 2019-2020 school year as recommended by the superintendent, and potential action to approve hiring an attorney to conduct the hearings, possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074A1. Number 16, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation for the renewal of teacher and special assignments Chapter 21 one-year probationary contracts for the school year 2021 as recommended by the superintendent, possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074A1. Number 17, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation for the renewal of teacher and special assignment Chapter 21 one-year term contracts for the school year 2021 as recommended by the superintendent, possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074A1. Number 18, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation to hire the following professional positions. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074 for migrant specialist. Number 19, discussion and possible action regarding the real property owned by district in the Lomas del Sur subdivision, Laredo, Texas, including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.0711 and 2 and 551.072.
Motion to go into executive session.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, that we go into executive session. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. So it's 6:14, and we'll be in a Okay, we're back from closed session. It's 8:11. Dr. Rios.
Okay,
Here, well, before that, just for the record, Monica's is here.
Yes.
so may I proceed?
Go ahead.
Okay, on item number 15, Mr. Noyola and trustees.
Okay, on item number 15, no action was taken.
Number 13, oh, I'm sorry, we forgot about number 13, sorry.
Right.
So number 13, the same thing, right? No action.
Action was taken.
No action on number 13 either. Number 14. Okay, Monica.
You got to read it first.
Okay, so number 14, will you want me to read number 13 or number 14? 14. Okay, discussion and possible action regarding the offer of sale and potential acquisition of real property interest and improvements owned by the Laredo Chamber of Commerce located at 2310 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues.
I move that we authorize the superintendent or our legal counsel to negotiate and execute a contract for purchase with the Laredo Chamber of Commerce for the acquisition of its leasehold interest and building located at 2310 San Bernardo Avenue on terms and conditions that are better than the current offer from the Chamber of Commerce.
Second.
Okay,
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
There's been a motion and a second. We want to vote.
Okay.
Motion to-
Any questions?
There's
All
no
those in
action.
favor,
There's
please
no
say
action.
aye.
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 Opposed? None.
okay, item number 14, that was the one we just did.
16.
Item number 16. So 15, are you going to officially table number 15?
Motion to
already
table
did.
number 15?
Yes, number 15 we already did.
There's no
No
action.
action
There
was
was no
taken.
action.
Okay, so that's it, no action?
You don't want to table?
Okay, item number 16.
There was nothing to approve.
Okay, item number 16, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation for the renewal of teacher and special assignment, Chapter 21, one-year probationary contracts for the school year 2021, as recommended by the superintendent.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion to accept the recommendation of the superintendent.
Please remove and
Second?
second.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I move that we approve the recommendation of the superintendent to renew teacher and special assignment, Chapter 21, one-year probationary contracts for the 2020-2021 school year for all teachers except the one employee presented in closed session.
Second.
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 Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve number 16. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None.
Item number 17, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation for the renewal of teacher and special assignment, Chapter 21, one-year term contracts for the school year 2021, as recommended by the superintendent, trustees, and Mr. Noyola. I recommend that that you approve all of the ones that were presented.
It's been moved and
Second.
second that we approve number 17. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes. Number
Item
18.
Item number 18, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation to hire the following professional positions. For migrant specialist, trustees, I recommend Ms. Kayla Solis for this position.
I so move.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve Kayla Solis. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes.
Okay. And number 19,
Number 19, no action was taken.
right. So we don't need to read it, right?
Number 19, no action was taken.
Mr. President, I make a motion to bring back number 4C and reopen it.
Second?
4C.
So do I hear a motion to bring back, do I hear a second? Bring
Second?
back 4C. It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Okay, it's, do we have an addition?
All in favor?
Yeah,
Oh.
I,
Want to vote?
All those in favor, please say aye.
aye.
Opposed? None.
No.
Yes,
Okay,
I-
Monica, it's on.
Yes, I would like to add a $1,000 donation to Zachary to the track team for their uniforms, please.
For what school?
Zachary.
HB Zachary.
I sent that email to Josie.
Anything else?
So move. Second.
Okay, any questions? Any
You
other
open it up for discussion, ¿verdad?
amendments? Any other?
Que lo abra.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, fine.
They need to vote on it now?
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes. $1,000 for Zachary Elementary.
Communications, right?
Yes,
Communications,
Under Communications, LISD schools and administrative offices will be closed during the week of March 16th through March 20th. This includes the tax office as well. God willing, classes will resume on Monday, March the 23rd. LISD board committee meetings are scheduled as follows. The Student Services Committee is set for Monday, April the 6th at 11 a.m., followed by the Compliance meeting at 5:30. Operations Committee will meet on Tuesday, April 7th at 5:15 p.m. The Curriculum and Instruction Committee will be held on Wednesday, April the 8th at 5:30 p.m. And Business and Support Services Committee is scheduled for Thursday, April the 9th at 5:30 p.m. Easter Sunday is April the 12th, and LISD will have a district holiday on Monday, April the 13th. And the regular board meeting will be held on Thursday, April the 16th. And finally, the LISD Scholarship Golf Tournament is scheduled for Saturday, April the 18th at the Max Municipal Golf Course. That's all I have. Thank you.
Tentatively.
Before we leave, I wasn't here when the board meeting began. Just want to wish everybody a happy and safe spring break. See you guys when we come back.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. President.
it's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
Bye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Against.